the biggest story coming out of that game is Kerr having Steph benched while the Nets made a run. Do you think that should be the story? And can you pinpoint what the fuck happened?
All right, so most definitely. Number one, both games. I think both of them, we just ran out of gas in the end. I think, I'm not one to make excuses. But running out of gas means you get a little tired, you get slippage in your execution. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just like, oh, I'm tired, I can't run up the court. It's not that. Like, we're professional athletes, we're well conditioned. You're fine from that standpoint. But it's sometimes when the fatigue hits, you lose your brain, and you start making mistakes that maybe the naked eye won't be able to see, but we know right away it's a mistake. When you watch the film, and so, I think we ran into a little bit of that.
And I have to say this. Sorry teams don't get tired.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Especially when they got momentum. Facts. You know what I'm saying? Because they got to keep playing till the game is over. And then all of a sudden, if they get some momentum, they didn't think they was going to win in the first place. So they got all the energy to finish out a game. And they got 8 dudes on the bench dying to get in. You know what I mean? To pour in. Where, I think you guys, I was watching the game and it was just blow-bys, right? Like I haven't seen all year where, you just getting beat off the dribble. And I think it's you playing defense. This is how you play defense. You tired. You want to get up and force the issue. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, you just a half a step slower than what you usually are. You know what
100%.
I mean?
So our trap the box guy wasn't there who's been there all year. Our trap the box guy wasn't there all night, right? And so you start to go through that. But what I will say is this. Sometimes it takes some losses like the last couple of games we've lost to get better. And for us, you sitting at 12-3, everybody, the Warriors back, they this, they that. You can start to feel yourself. And especially like us, where you got a few guys that's done it and a lot of guys that haven't. You know what I'm saying? And so you can also have those guys feeling like, oh, I know these guys have done it and look what we're doing now. And then you can also have us as leaders like, here we go again. And you can start feeling yourself. And so you have some slippage and at times you can stop getting better. And so I think for us, there are some things that we need to address that when you're winning, it's hard to address those things because everybody feeling good about themselves. When you lose, then it's time to address them things and you get an opportunity to address them things and everyone's listening, right? Everyone's all ears because everyone wants to turn it around. And so I don't think these 2 losses are the worst thing for us. Like they come at a good time for us where now we got a tough part of the schedule. You got to show what you made of. You know what I'm saying? You got to lock in and show what you made of. And I trust and I know that this team will do that. But it's an opportunity for us to grow. And it's game 17. Nobody's panicking now. So
yeah, nobody's in a pressure situation. I think when you talk about running out of gas, I always say it's 2 buckets and 2 stops, right? When you got a lead like that. And if you can get 2 buckets and 2 stops, you win the game by 12. You mad. You win the game by 8. You upset. But to your point, it's the same issue, right? And so this team coming back is not a result of just we ran out of gas. It's like, okay, we are 2 buckets and 2 stops away from not having to worry about this team. Same thing with San Antonio. Big lead, coming off a back-to-back. Y'all look like y'all just ran out of gas, right? But it's also understanding that, no, we're not going to run out of gas. You know what I mean? We're going to end the game because the drive is over. You know what I mean? And when you got young guys, it's good for them to be in that situation, right? You, Steph, you know what I mean? Looney, the vets, y'all understand, damn, we gave that away. You know what I mean? But at the same time, there's going to be 3 or 4 more situations where it's going to be Podensky, Waters, Kyle Anderson. You know what I mean? GP3. One of those dudes going to click and be like, oh, no, fuck that. You know what I mean? GP2. Yeah, I call him 3.
No, for sure. 100%. And listen, like I said, we'll be fine. Now, I do want to address what you asked about Steph, because that seems to come up a lot. And every time, it backfires, everybody go crazy. But I'm going to just, Steve, and by the way, just about every coach in the NBA that I know of, they have the minutes slotted. Like, your minutes going into the game are already slotted. Now, what y'all have to understand about Steve is this. When everybody go crazy, and I'll be honest, it's something that we had to understand playing for him, because as a competitor, you put me in the game. And now, he never really get that from us anymore, because, man, we've been with Steve for 10 years. We know who Steve is. We know what he's going to do. And so here's what people should understand about Steve. This is our 11th year with Steve as our coach. Steve has, and let me not get this wrong, 9 championship rings. No, 10. No, 9. Steve Kerr has 9 championship rings. He has 5 as a player. He has 4 as a coach. Why did I tell you Steve Kerr have 9 championship rings? The reason I'm telling you Steve Kerr has 9 championship rings is because on a regular season game on Monday in November, Steve Kerr is not going to overreact to what the minutes are on already what's been a tough last 5 days for us, overreact to a league going away and put Steph back in the game or myself back in the game because the team on the run. He ain't doing that. So everybody going crazy if this was a playoff game, you bet your bottom dollar all of us would have been right back in the game like that.
Absolutely.
It's a soft Monday in November versus the Nets. Okay, they beat us. It sucks. We all
means something,
hate to lose.
But it don't mean
nothing. But you're not risking injury to Steph Curry.
You live to play another game.
So
you know what I mean? It's the longevity. Man, I remember I played. Do you remember the year that Blake was out? That I think his rookie year. We was playing a preseason game against New Orleans. Game over, right? I'm on the bench. We start, okay, we look good. We about to be all right with this rookie, right? I'm sitting on the sideline. Bro, I'm laying on the floor watching the game. Blake's sitting in the chair. They come back in the 4th quarter. Mike Dunleavy go, hey, let's go. We like, huh? He like, man, let's go. We got to get this win. Like, what win? It's the preseason. Bro, he puts us back in the game. I'm like, coach, I don't think this is a good idea. Blake Griffin hurts his knee.
Wow. Is that what happened? I did not know that.
That is what happened. That is exactly what happened.
Wow.
He put him back in the game in the preseason, and that's how our shit got fucked off.
Wow.
That's how his first year got fucked off. And it was like, why are you putting him in the game, bro? The game is over. He did what he was supposed to do. It's the preseason. So now you think about, with Steph in regular season, now I hope everybody understand, it's okay. You know what I mean? Because the young guys got to learn to finish the game.
It's okay. Everybody,
everyone who's in young dude, some young dude, Moody, go to work. You know what I mean? Somebody go to work. That is your chance.
Everybody out there on that court who was out there when we lost the lead, we're going to need if we want to reach our ultimate goal. If you think the right thing to do is to snatch them out, to kill their confidence, to put Steph in harm's way because you're chasing a win on Monday night in November,
it ain't going to work.
You won't end up with 9 championships, I can tell you.